Encore Revival, America, November 9, 2020. America faces a reckoning. The same quiet giant that awoke at Pearl Harbor and 9/11 now wakes inside the Republican voter base. They rise to stop a problem they created for themselves, still without admitting it. While Republicans will win this round, both sides are right and wrong, and this won't be the final round. Blacks have not received justice from police killings, which should be at the rate of 0. Republicans could have solved the problem by a simple law. What happened to George Floyd should result in death by public hanging for both police officers in a public square within 1 week of the incident. Republicans could have rammed through such a law, just like they rammed through the approval of Justice Amy Coney Barrett. Both would have been good. They only did one. Democratic voters can't win this one, not because they aren't in the White House, but because of the difference in battle cries. Democrats have been protesting for years. Then, many have been looting and rioting in their name. Republicans are weary. Calling to defund police rather than immediately reform can't solve the problem and was never going to garner respect. Republican voters won't allow a mob to burn the neighborhood to the ground because of murderers on the loose. Republicans refused to stop the murderers because none of their families were victims. Yet. That would have stopped the mob. Democrats won't trust them. So Republicans have a calm, cool, apathetic irritation toward the extremists on the Democratic end. Patrick Elkins, also at the Times, calls them ravens. Democrats cry victim, then pour gas on the flames of the duplex next door. Indeed, the nation reeks of mass voter fraud from Democrats. Former and disenfranchised Democratic Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich said election fraud was common among Democrats in cities. That may not indicate Democratic ethics, just that both Democratic ideals and political machines seem attracted to cities, allowing the DNC to get practiced and build up a habit. The media is in on it. Sending now proven wrong polls before the election, now forecasting a Biden victory on an election to be decided in court. Fake news coupled with vote fraud is all part of how political machines work. They thought they'd get away with it on a national level. They were wrong. Republicans are in the wrong for failing to be good Samaritans to blacks. They didn't stop systemic injustice because they don't see it themselves. They can't. But Westerners see systemic injustice in Taiwan. We can only see systemic injustice when it happens to us personally. That has injured and insulted the minorities Democrats promise and fail to help. However justified, crying victim and marching to burn down the neighborhood cannot prevail against an aloof, collected, apathetic giant who stays laced when roused to wrath. That giant rose against Japan to stop Germany. Now, it's rising against the Democratic political machine. But that doesn't make it Jesus Christ. He's not back yet, if you haven't read the news. Encore. Revival is returning to America.